What's going on, Fantasy Endgame? We are back to do another real Draft Lane fantasy football draft. Don't worry, Pierre is going to be on here in just a second to get this draft going. We already have it full. It is a 10-team, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex draft. And if you don't know, you're like, okay, what you guys got fantasy leagues? Yes, we have fantasy leagues now. And you're like, okay, well, what's the big deal? You got Sleeper, you got Yahoo, you got ESPN. Why would I play with you guys? Well, our fantasy leagues are unlike any other fantasy league. Sure, you get your regular fantasy scoring, your matchups, everything like that. But you also have, what's up, Pierre? You also have things like bust protection. You can swap out a player during the matchup. Pierre, go ahead and get set up. I'll get the rundown here while you get everything set up. Pierre's going to get it set up so we can kick this draft off. All sorts of unique features that you can use to add strategy, add a whole nother dimension to the game of fantasy football that no other app out there has. So we definitely suggest it. Yo Mama asking on what app. You see it scrolling down there. Draft Lane, go to Draft Lane, download the app. I'm sorry, I don't know how you pronounce your name, Sting. Okay, Sting, this is what you need to do. You need to give me your new email address, the email address you signed up with the current Draft Lane account you have. Give me that email address, and I will assign you that account to your team that is in the draft. So give me the email address you used for the new draft. There we go. So the draft is already set up. We got 10 guys in here. I should get 10 people in here. It may not all be guys. I don't know. We're ready to start drafting. So I'm just going to wait for Sting to hopefully give me his email, because apparently he created the second account because the first account didn't work, or I don't know what happened. Pierre, are you ready? You ready to get drafted here again on Draft Lane?
I'm always ready to do a fantasy football draft. You know that. On Draft Lane, extra ready.
Extra ready. Extra ready. Right, we're going to give it just a couple minutes here for Singh to hopefully give us his email.
Yeah, and then some people are asking, Otto there's asking, we always rain on Sleeper. Look, Sleeper's a good app, but we're trying to go next level here. And so, no, we're going to be doing our drafts now for this season on Draft Lane. We still also do Underdog. That's a different thing, different beast. But yeah, Draft Lane is the place that you want to draft. So,
yeah, and it's Clayton asking, is there a way to look at the draft board? Yes, that little blue crosshatch looking thing will show the draft board. There's Stinger saying he can't even find it on Play Store now. Yeah, we took it down from the Play Store momentarily while we work on it for Android, because we did have some issues yesterday. It should be back on there momentarily. Let's go ahead. Let's get this draft. Probably should kick this draft off. We're about 10 minutes late here. Sing again. Just go ahead. Send me your email. If you want, you can message me. If you don't want to post it on here, you can message me in Discord. But let's get this draft kicked off.
All right, where am I at? Let's see.
I think you got the 7.
6. Okay. Not bad. And I'm looks like you're 6 and I'm 8.
All right, Carrie is on the clock. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get it worked out. Where did you post the email? Sing in the Discord. We're gonna get it worked out for Android, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hopefully early next week.
It's not that we don't love Android. It's just Android doesn't love the app back yet, but it will. Don't worry. In the
chat, do you see his email anywhere?
You posted your email in the chat?
I don't see it. I don't
see an email.
And by the way, this is a real league. This is going to be a real league. So hopefully everybody's on here drafting.
Yeah, I just looked through the whole thing. I don't see an email on there.
I don't see your email. it might not let you post an email, so you might have to do the whole the name and then space and then add and then space.
It might be that.
Oh, I'm next. I better get ready here. No, we will not be grading the teams. This is a real draft. Ooh, Barkley, Jefferson, Barkley. I mean, look, it's a 10-teamer. Let's go Barkley.
Yeah, I'm going to have to adjust the thinking. So used to doing 12-teamers, having a 10-teamer. A little different. Okay, so, well, because of what I just said, I'm gonna shock you. I'm gonna shock the world. CMC. It's not that shocking, but normally I would go receiver. I go Neighbors there.
Yeah, Braxton, Android. We're working on it. We're hoping early next week. Don't worry, we're gonna do plenty of drafts. There's plenty of time. And by the way, those of you who are on here, and who didn't get in this draft, don't worry, we're gonna be doing plenty of drafts. But also, you can go. You see it scrolling down there. You can go to draftlane.com/play, and we have like 40 plus leagues still available for you to join. They're all free. So just go on there. Find the leagues you can join that you can draft in. Make sure they're leagues you can actually participate in. Don't join a league and then not play. All right. Singh is on the clock, but I'm guessing he's not going to draft. I still need his email here.
Huh. It's weird. We'll figure it out. I mean, you're going to get somebody good here anyways. Looks like you're going to get Malik Neighbors.
All right. So he's – and then at what, Singh?
Yeah, it's a Gmail. Michael, what's up, Michael? Talking about Puka, who's not yet picked, and Nico, who just was picked. He's saying, who would you keep between the two?
Between which two? Sorry, I'm looking at his email.
He said it's iCloud. Between Nico and Puka, we both, as you can actually see, you can tell, and people asking, well, how is this ordered? Well, it's ordered by our rankings that we have right now. We have Nico ahead of Puka, so I think the answer for both of us is Nico, assuming it's the same round, same cost, whatever.
Yeah, probably Nico. Sorry, I'm trying to get this done. Let me know if I'm on the clock here.
No, you're good. Clayton's deliberating here between his player pool of his favorite players that he always takes. Go ahead, take London. What's the team format? Well, I think we kept it as 2 running back, 3 receiver, 1 tight end, and a flex.
Yeah, this is a pretty shallow league here. Just did a shallow one for you guys real quick today. It's giving me issues.
Oh, is it 2 receiver, not 3 receiver?
Yeah, just 2 receiver in this one.
Well, see that, it's smaller, and 10 teams instead of 12, and only 2 starting receivers. I think that, doesn't mean you need to take a running back as early, but I think it makes more sense now. Go for it.
All right, so Singh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you want to check your email and see if you got it.
All right. Yeah, he's on the clock right now. So,
if not, you might just have to auto draft here and just live with the team you get. Or if you could try to log into your first account,
So it worked. My reverse psychology worked. I convinced Clayton to not take London because I told him to take London. Now I get to get London. Although, I don't know. It looks I'm pretty sure the next player off the board is about to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't know. Something tells me. So then I get to deliberate. Do I go Achane and go double hero RB? Or do I take London? That's a dilemma.
This is a dilemma. This 10-team league is weird. Like seeing Amon-Ra St. Brown still on the board is weird.
Yeah. All right. Not a dilemma because I already know what I'm going to do. I love HM, but I got to have Drake London. Don't want to wait on my wide receiver 1 too much. You might get, well, we'll see. Maybe not.
We'll see.
Jay is saying he loves the aggressive rankings on CMC Henry. It's not really that aggressive anymore. I mean, a lot of people have CMC in first rounder. But, I think it's tired of doing rankings, for years now. And tired, like, well, people won't like if you rank this guy too high. They'll think, it doesn't matter. Look, the rankings all mean nothing once the season starts. And by the end of the season, you would laugh or like, I can't believe this guy was like a second rounder. Like, forget it. Like, it doesn't matter what other people are saying and thinking and the consensus. It matters, ADP matters in terms of where you draft a player because you're like, well, I think that, let me see. I think DeAndre Swift's going to be RB1. I want to take him. He's going to be a top 10 running back. Well, if you take him in round 2 or round 3, that is actually still pretty stupid because you could have taken him much later. But if he's your guy, get your guys, right? Because once the team is set, the rankings mean nothing. Yeah, well, that too. Good point, Jay. The first couple of rounds, it's not a big difference. You're getting a stud player no matter what. All right. Sorry, let me show the draft board, by the way. I'm showing you how it works when you're in the draft room, but you guys want to see how these teams are shaking out. So first round so far, no big surprises. Second rounds, not surprisingly, no surprises. Let's see what Miguel does tonight. We go 0 quarterback again.
Went JT, Manny Fresh getting lad there.
Yeah, no problem taking Lamb at the 3. I'm fine with Lamb over Lamb Jefferson. Again, that's like splitting hairs almost, right? You go either way.
Yeah, Lamb Jefferson. Like Lamb Jefferson's sake. Like I think Chase Bijan is my 1-2 pretty clearly. Yeah. And then it's like Jefferson, Saquon, Lamb. You could depending on the day, I might go Lamb, I might go Jefferson, I might go Saquon. Just depends how I feel that day.
Right. And who you have in other leagues. And that's why I always recommend doing multiple leagues that you can have not just one team. You can have more than one player. If you don't get a player in this one draft because you missed on him, you got sniped or whatever, you could get him somewhere else, right? And then you can kind of get a little bit of exposure to all the players you like.
Clayton always bringing the spice, saying he's got CMC at 2.
Well, of course he does. Of course he does.
John CMC at 2.
not biased in any way. Young Money asking Gibbs not in that tier. Not
Gibbs like in that next tier.
Like that first tier, like Lamb, JJ, Bijan. No, I don't have him in that first tier. I think he's right after.
Yeah, he's in that next tier for me. Because again, I mean, look, he was good in games with Montgomery last year. But he's like miles better without Montgomery. Like miles better. Yeah, as long as Monty's there, it's going to put a little bit of a cap on his ceiling.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I think it's funny. We see Chase Brown, even the 10-teamer in round 2 here. It's funny, I saw one analyst, I guess, tweeted today or posted something like, you know what? Looks like Chase Brown has moved into my second round. And then like with the emoji, I kind of laughed. I was like, oh, just now? Like we've had Chase Brown top 24 for a little while now. I don't think it's commercial.
Clayton, yes, we'd like suggestions. Yes, we know about the queue. There's probably not going to be a queue this year. Obviously, we're only less than a month from the season, we're not going to get a queue in. But if you have any suggestions, let me put the Discord link. If you have any suggestions, or if you find if you encounter any problems, let me put the Discord link.
Yeah, honestly, we're pretty happy to get all the features that we did in already just this season. We got best ball. We didn't even know we were going to have best ball available, but we got it. And so this is just the first iteration. There will definitely be improvements as time goes on. By the way, just so you know, you're on the clock now.
Yeah. All right. Jason Higgins, Evans. I mean, T. Higgins still on the board.
Okay. I gotta actually look at the player pool now. Let's see. I should probably use the live pilot too, since it's there. All right, my turn. I could go any direction. I think I took Evans last night, didn't I? I think I took Evans.
I think so.
Mix it up a little bit. That's what I'm talking about, right? Just don't want the same players over and over. I'm actually considering Hampton. Hampton's there, but I'll probably wait. Let's just do the obvious. All right, we'll go back to the board. Josh Allen, Young Money took Josh Allen nice and early. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't hate that in a 10-team, like a shallow league like this. I don't hate that.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with it. Speaking of, because Davante Adams is coming up. So what I saw today is they're saying, like, internally, not that concerned about Matthew Stafford, but still, just because you're not concerned now, you can't be very concerned in a couple weeks if he gets hit from behind, you know?
Look, I already know how this is going to play out. Stafford's going to get hurt very early in the year. They're going to turn to Jimmy G, struggle, try Stenson Bennett, struggle. And as a trade deadline is coming up, the Steelers will somehow be in contention. And Davante Adams will be like, look, just trade me to the Steelers so I can go play with my boy again. And somehow, some way, Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers are going to end the season together again. It's going to somehow happen. It's just how it has to be. That's how it has to be.
You're not making me feel any better about that DK Metcalf pick yesterday. It's like, but you're probably right. Yeah, I thought you were going to go a different direction. I thought you were going to pull out Jameis Winston going to the Rams.
No.
Everybody wants Jameis Winston to go to every team, right?
Yeah, because we know he's like gold for wide receivers. But no. The Rams will have like 6 wins and be out of it. The Steelers somehow right there in the thick of it, somehow, right? Winning these ugly games like, 17-12 or something. And Adams would be like, look, it's Aaron Rodgers' last year. It might even be my last year. Come on, do me a solid. And they'll be like, fine, go ahead.
All right. So does that mean you're kind of out on Davante Adams?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm out on Davante Adams, but I mean, I think you've got to be worried about Puka and Adams a little bit now with the Stafford thing. Because again, like, okay, yeah, they're gonna say like what they're gonna say, but even if Stafford's fine and starts the season, I mean, he's a hit away. He's a hit away.
I know, that's the problem. That's what everyone was freaking out about with Tua all last year, right? One hit, that's all it's going to take. One more concussion and he's done, but it didn't happen. Doesn't mean it can't happen with Stafford. Okay, I'm not going early tight end again because I did do that yesterday. Bowers is still there, but no. I Could go Lamar. Lamar's still there. I'm staring at Devontae.
Only in an end-game draft is Bowers still on the board.
Bowers is still there. Yeah, exactly. And Cook, Hubbard. I think I'm gonna wait. You know what? Let's go crazy.
I don't think that's crazy at all. I would have taken him if he made it to me. I don't think that's crazy at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We don't want to get into Tua, but Jay, that's the problem is we have to. Like that's the Dolphins now. The whole franchise basically revolves around Tua, and that's why I keep saying is last year. That's all. Like it's almost like all they cared about was just keeping him on the field, you know, and it didn't exactly work out too well. Quinn Ewers, I don't know. Do we want Quinn Ewers out there? Is that a good thing?
No, we don't want Quinn Ewers out there.
Oh
man, we're having a quarterback run here. I'm not gonna wait. Give me an elite quarterback in this format.
Tank. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna work.
Clayton, this is PPR. PPR.
Yeah. Full PPR.
And then Clayton, you're doing this draft on Android, right?
Is he? Is that possible? Well, it can't be. Well, I guess it could be.
Huh? Everything's working. What was different? What was different for you today? What did you do differently?
Nothing, apparently. He just said it worked, no problem. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Ali did something. We did something yesterday to make it work.
What was the issue you were having yesterday then?
There goes Bowers. Young money.
I mean, hard not to take Bowers there.
Yeah, interesting. He's doing exactly what we talk about, going early QB and early tight end, but it's a 10-teamer, so maybe it won't be reflected so much in his like wide receiver depth.
The app just went open. That's weird. Zachary asking, how do you join one of the other leagues? You see it scrolling down there, Zachary. Go to draftlane.com/play. You'll see all the leagues we have available to join for free. Just click on one. Make sure, you got to make sure first you download the DraftLane app, and then you got to create an account. But then once you do that, just go to the draftlane.com/play. You see it scrolling down there. Click on any leagues you want to join, and you're in.
Yep. Make it easy. I was just going to say,
make sure you look because they have draft date and time, so make sure you know when they're drafting.
Yeah, I'll make sure if you already had DraftLane, it's the updated version of the app if you're not downloading it for the first time. There goes Davante Adams. Well, even if you think about it that way, hypothetically, even if Davante Adams did to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers mid-season and repair, well, that's still good for Davante Adams. He'll still get targeted. It's not good for anybody else.
Adams, he'll get all the targets. DK Metcalf's just gonna be running wind sprints.
Yeah, well, exactly. So maybe that's a good thing for Davante.
Clayton, winner of the draft is going to get. We're thinking the winners of each league will get YouTube membership for 2026 and DraftLane credits. That's what we're thinking right now. They'll get something though, and bragging rights, of course, and bragging rights. That's always important.
Bragging rights are just a given. All right. What are the Clayton? I thought you asked this yesterday. Somebody asked this yesterday. What are the DraftLane credits used for? So DraftLane, the leagues that we have out here are free. But remember, DraftLane we had since last year. That's what people can use for your advanced trade questions, waiver wire questions, the stuff that you don't get to, get answered necessarily on the live streams. Things that people can use at any time where we can go in and we can see your team, if it's on Yahoo or Sleeper. So all of the features that DraftLane has besides these drafts. All right, let's see. You're on deck. Luke's got a question. Ask Luke. 14-man league, 11th pick. Just decided he wants a running back. Okay.
All right.
CMC, Achane, Genty. Who is your pick?
I have him. I have him in that exact order, honestly.
Yeah,
that's the exact order I have him in. So there you go. Obviously, you don't know who's going to be there, but that's the exact order I have him in. And no, I don't have Genty below Achane because of last night. I already had Achane over Genty.
No, last night it's not gonna. It really shouldn't, put a damper on his ADP, but you never know. Okay, looks like I'm up. We'll see. Okay, see, I'm fine with any of these running backs here. Yes, I see you took Kittle.
I have an elite. I have an elite running back, an elite wide receiver, an elite QB, an elite tight end, and I have a very, very high upside wide receiver too.
All right, I took my boy Harvey yesterday. I'm gonna take Henderson, who I guess now is technically your boy, because we picked on the latest video.
All reports from CMC right now on the 49ers campus, he's 100% healthy. Not even none of this tendonitis, not even affecting him. Nothing. Look, whoever you take at 14, if they go down, you're screwed.
Right.
Like in a 14-team league, whoever you take in the first round, if they go down, you're screwed. Because it's not like this league here, where it's like, hey, I can, let me run out to the waiver wire and grab so and so. Like, no, you can't. So
yeah, you
could draft Achane and he gets hurt.
Exactly. I mean, it really, not to sound like contrite. Well, anybody could get hurt, but it happens all the time. Players who have never been hurt before will get hurt. I mean, look, you could point to Malik Neighbors right there. Went right after McCaffrey. This toe thing has been nagging him since college. He's wearing a toe shield or something weird, and they're like, this is probably going to just be with him forever until he gets surgery. Like, okay. You could ignore that and you could just take him because he played through it last year and say, well, it's not a big deal. He could miss time. I mean, you never know. Genty hasn't played ever in the NFL before. He could get injured. You never know. So just saying, you have to assume based on the way he looks now, if he's healthy, yes, there is more risk. I mean, yes, we have to acknowledge there's more re-injury risk for CMC because he's had several injuries. But that's the chance you got to take. Now, if you don't want to deal with it and you want to take, Achane instead, it's not like we're not going to tell you not to do it.
Right.
Let's see. That's totally fair. Yeah. That's exactly it. You don't want to play it safe, even in your first round pick. Shoot for ceiling. Young Money says he missed his pick. I don't know what happened. JMO? No, JMO's a good pick.
Yeah, what's wrong with Jameson? What is he? Well, he's your wide receiver too. I mean, gives you upside at wide receiver too. I mean, in this format, especially in these 10-team child leagues like this, I mean, you just need all the upside you can get.
JMO compared to Pickens and Hunter, I don't think there's really a big difference there. Clayton, absolutely not scared. Rashee Rice, taking him in round 5.
I mean, you think in this format he doesn't need Rashee Rice, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, look, he's actually going to be on his bench for now,
right?
Because he took 3 running backs early. He's flexing a running back, at least I think he is. Which is fine. Harrison Odunze, I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about these formats. What I say, it's like you can do almost anything in these drafts. In these 10 team, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, you can do almost whatever you want in these drafts and be fine.
Right.
Within reason. I mean, don't go like 2 QBs, in the first 2 rounds, 2 tight. Don't try to like, I'm going to bully tight end my league. It's like, okay, well, you just bullied your way out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Even in tight end premium. The whole bully tight end thing doesn't cut it for me. Okay, I got 2, 2, and 1.
In this league, Clayton, yes, trades are allowed because Pierre and I, I'm commissioning this league. So yes, in this league, trades are allowed. Yes.
Right. In the free public leagues that you can sign up for, we didn't put trades because anybody can join. You don't know who.
One of those leagues. It's too many leagues. This is already going
to be. All right. Well,
dang it. My team would have been.
Sorry.
Team would have been Smash City if you let me get Calvin Ridley.
I know. Sorry, not sorry. What? You want to trade? You want to trade already? Clayton's already working out a trade. I don't want Rashee Rice, all right? All right, you're up. Who?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. I like it too. I like it so far.
Man. Feels like I should take Worthy here, but I really want to just grab Jacoby. I really like Jacoby.
But you did take Jacoby last night.
Yeah, I don't mind that. There's still some good. It's redraft. Get your guys.
There you go. Get your guys. Yeah. Young Money saw it coming. He thought you were going to take Ridley. I took him first. Look, if Clayton had taken, well, I guess even if he had not taken Odunze, I probably would have gone Odunze over Ridley. But either way. Henry for CMC. He's already offering on the table. Henry for CMC straight up. If I wanted Henry, I think I could have gotten him at 8, couldn't I have?
Yeah, you could have just drafted him.
I love Derrick Henry, but yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gaining there. Not sure the profit margin. Sorry. Gotta entice me with something else. Throw in Rome Odunze. We'll call it a deal. Henry plus what? Henry plus Odunze. All right. Verbal agreement.
Henry plus Odunze.
Yes. There's Pearsall. We're not getting Pearsall either.
I know. I was looking at the players available, and I was like, I think I'll still really like the player that comes back to me. But now I'm getting worried I may not.
So everyone, I feel like, is now going pretty receiver heavy. You see, you got 4, 3, 4. Yeah. Tyreek in the 5th. Yeah. Well, this part of it. And just acknowledge Tyreek is lower in our rankings than he is in other rankings, and I think we think way too high in other rankings, especially I get having him more valuable in best ball. That makes sense because, his spikes are pretty high and you can deal with it more, but second round, no, I don't care. I'm not doing it.
I'm probably just not going to have any Tyreek this year, honestly, and I'm just going to have to live with the consequences.
Well, and there's other risks. It's not just injury risk. We were talking about CMC earlier. Tyreek Hill has all sorts of other risks.
I mean, I'm trying to think like when in like literally in the history of the NFL have we seen a player enter their age 30 season and have easily the worst season of their career since like their rookie year. We're talking a massive drop off at age 30, and then come back at age 31 and become what they once were. Like, have we ever? Is there somebody I'm not thinking of that maybe did it?
Yeah, it usually doesn't get better.
Oh, Young Money with the snipe.
Oh, did he?
Swift snipe.
Yeah.
All right. I got to pivot a little bit here.
Oh, because, yeah, you're also looking for your second running back.
I guess, oh, man. Yeah, I guess Monty's it. Monty's it, I guess.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. It's nice, safe pick.
Yeah.
Ought to make you feel good. Okay. There you go. I just got sniped on my boy Hawkinson. Now I'm definitely
Antonio Brown didn't. Antonio Brown, wasn't he retired by the time he was 30?
Who?
Antonio Brown. Flacco saying AB.
No.
AB had 1,300 yards in his age 30 season, and then he never topped 500 yards the rest of his career. Sorry, I should say he never topped 600 yards the rest of his career. Now, granted, he played 1 game, 8 games, and 7 games, but yeah. But I mean, even his yards per game in his age 30 season, his yards per game was 86.5. Then he went to 56, 60, and 77. Like it just doesn't work that way, right? Guys don't just like have that steep of a drop off. Like we look at Tyreek Hill. Like you look at Tyreek Hill last year. Despite playing all 17 games, 959 yards. That's the only time since his rookie year that he didn't have 1,000 yards. 11.8 yards per reception. The only other time he was at 11 was back in 2021. I mean, every other year we're talking like 15 plus. 6 touchdowns, only 1,300 air yards. Like, oh man, I mean, he averaged as many fantasy points per game as he did as a rookie. Like we're talking, this is like massive drop off last year. Massive drop off. So, man, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's going to be the guy. Maybe this year he's going to, he's going to do it. But, man, that was such a steep drop-off last year.
Yeah, like you said, I'm in that camp too. Anytime you have to look back more than a year to find out when, his better productive years were, if you're having to look in the past, you're just looking in the wrong direction. You shouldn't have to look back. Oh, remember what he did a couple of years ago. You're immediately going down the wrong path. This is like, I'm not saying, Tyreek Hill is like already at like Cooper Kupp level kind of dust or something like that. But let's look for a guy who has not yet had his best year, a guy who could get better. Not, let's hope he gets back to that. You're just asking for trouble, I think. And the issues, like I said, with Tyreek Hill is not injuries so much. The risk, I don't even think the risk has anything to do with it. It's the other things. It's the chemistry or lack of chemistry with Tua. It's the maybe now he doesn't want to be in Miami anymore for who knows what reason when he's the one who wanted to go there in the first place. It's the off the field stuff. It's the, maybe he's lost a half step. It's the I'm listing too many things already, and that's why I don't want Tyreek Hill. It's like just
also, I mean, did you if anybody saw his perception profile, which remember, it doesn't Matt Harmon doesn't look like, did he catch the pass? It just looks like, did he win the route or not? Last year in the 44th percentile against man coverage. That's terrible. The 68th percentile against press, 78th percentile against zone. I mean, this is a guy that, for years when he was in his prime was one of the best in all those metrics. And now he's dropped way down. I mean, you just got to wonder, like, again, if it was like 27-year-old Tyreek Hill, I'd be like, yeah, he could bounce back. Yeah, he's 27. again, just saying, like a 30-year-old where you're just seeing steep drop-offs across the board in production, in how often they targeted him. That's the other thing. Like, if you're like, his targets per route run rate dropped way down because he wasn't getting open. Again, I understand I could be wrong. He could be a value, but
it's okay. I'll be wrong. Let somebody else benefit.
I want to be unreasonably high on Waddle, Clayton, but I was unreasonably high on him last year, and it burned me. But I do actually think Waddle is probably becoming a bit of a value now in drafts, honestly.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I don't think anybody's like completely bought into Waddle breaking out or anything. Okay, so here it is again. Y'all trying to trap me into drafting DK Metcalf again. It's not going to work.
Do it.
No, I refuse. I can wait, I guess. None of these guys are going to be in my starting lineup anyways, so there you go. All right, how about that? I now have 2 49ers. All right, so here's the deal, Clayton. CMC and Juwan Jennings for Henry and one of your rookie running backs. That's fair. I think it's fair.
That's probably fair.
Oh, he doesn't like Jennings. That's right, because that's direct competition with Ayuk. So, okay. So you're saying I should draft Ayuk next round, and then that's the package. There you go. Flacco. I don't think the Steelers have the worst offensive line.
Well, I'll say this about the Steelers' offensive line last year. They were like the tale of two teams when who was their rookie offensive lineman last year? Why can't I think of his name?
The Steelers. What was his name? I can't think. I don't memorize too many.
Fontenot. Troy Fontenot. Wasn't it him?
Wow, I don't remember what happened.
Well, I remember he missed the start of the year. Maybe it wasn't him. One of their offensive linemen, I remember, missed the start of the year last year. And then when he came back, the offensive line got much better. I thought it was it Fontenot? Fontenot? No, it says maybe it wasn't him, because it said he only played one game last year. Who was it? Was it Broderick Jones? No, I don't remember.
Young Money is asking if stacking becomes more or less important in a more shallow league, like a 10-teamer.
I don't think it's more or less important, honestly.
It's more viable. I mean, it's easier to get a stack like the Eagles, Jalen Hurts plus one of those receivers, or the Burrow and Chase or Burrow Higgins. And it could be advantageous if you get the right one, but I don't think it's necessary if you're not in best ball. I don't think it's more important. Okay, well, Team 1 is playing the late QB and tight end game like we do a lot. Let's see, Manny Fresh still doesn't have a quarterback.
DK still just on the board.
Oh, man. Nobody wants him. Actually, no, I've been forgetting. I mean, not that I feel like I need it, but I have to use the live pilot in my next pick. Uh, 410 Braxton wants to know we're doing paid leagues too. Not for this, no.
Yeah, probably not this year because we want to get as many people on here using Draft Lane. So probably not. We also understand it as much as we tested it and as much confidence as we have in it, we may run into issues throughout the season. Of course, if we do, we're going to get those things resolved as ASAP. So we don't want people putting money on it and then maybe an issue crops up somewhere down the road. Let's hope not. So yeah, this year, but again, we are going to give out prizes to the winners. So still something to play for. All right, I'll be pretty surprised if Young Money snipes me here, but famous last words.
Young Money says he hates DK for personal reasons.
What did he do?
What did he do? Did he like steal your laptop or something?
Refuse to sign your Russell Wilson jersey?
Well, maybe that's it. When will be the next draft?
Probably Sunday, right? Next draft will be Sunday, probably.
Yeah, I think we'll take tomorrow off.
All right, he definitely did not snipe me there.
There you go. Didn't get him yesterday. You got him now. Yeah, Clayton, I agree. I'm not like 100% out on Olave. I know we don't want to, and I take shots at the Saints. I do think the Saints will probably be the worst team in the NFL this year, but still, there's good value and even in bad teams.
Olave's another one of those guys. I want to believe. I think Olave is a great player. I really do.
Oh yeah, you were all over Olave. The last 2 years, but he's had more concussions than Tua last year. And I mean, come on, Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
Yeah. Spencer Rattler looks like he's going to be the number one. And if it's not Spencer Rattler, then what? Tyler Shough? Jake Haener?
Payne.
Terry doesn't want more money than JJ and Lamb.
It's no, like seriously, nobody will draft DK Metcalf. I guess I made too big a deal about it. I'm not doing it though. I see what's happening here, trying to throw me off. Okay, you know what? Let's just go with the all second half team. Godwin and Jennings.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. If DK makes it back to me, I'm taking DK Metcalf. Like, come on, this is ridiculous.
Well, I think only because auto draft might happen now. You probably won't.
Like, are we going to take Darnell Mooney over DK Metcalf? Are we taking like Hollywood Brown, Luther Burden, Jaden Higgins over DK? Is this where we're at? Come on. Can't take those guys over DK. I mean, somebody already took Kupp over DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I was going to say Kupp and then Shakir, who, okay, I'm like maybe Shakir. He's hurt. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Mooney's hurt too with a shoulder injury, man.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right. The catch isn't scared. John's not scared.
Well,
I think you got DK Metcalf here. I mean, come on. Come on.
Young Money took him for the stack, but obviously you've got a personal vendetta, some beef with DK, so you weren't going to take him anyways. Better than Roman Wilson? I don't think that's really saying much. There it is. John ended the drought. DK Metcalf not in the green room anymore.
I mean, honestly, the only reason I didn't take DK Metcalf there is because I really needed a third running back. Like, I didn't need like my fifth wide receiver before my third running back in a 2 wide receiver league.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Tyler Warren. Lee, is this underdog? No, definitely not underdog. This is Draft Lane. This is our fantasy leagues, buddy.
Yep.
Although we will still be doing underdog drafts. So don't worry. We'll still be doing underdog drafts. Because it's not competing. This is not the same as underdog. You're not gonna turn into a millionaire playing on our fantasy leagues.
No picks and no tournaments and all that. So no, we still do underdog, and we will pretty soon. But this is no, it's all right. This is Draft Lane, so check it out, free download, and we got a bunch of free leagues. You can see it scrolling down there. So hopefully we get them all filled up. Take your pick. All right, I think I'm on deck. Let's see. Thought Tyrone Tracy might fall to me, but just missed him. I'll go. Well, speaking of stacks, I just remembered I took Lamar. Here we go. Stack up my QB and tight end. Nothing wrong with that.
Nah, and Andrew's a good pick, with probably going to miss at least first couple weeks and trying to come back from a foot injury.
All right. What do you need? Another running back. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Clayton's asking if we think he butchered his team. No, I don't think he did. We're not going to rate all the teams because this is an actual league, not just a mock. No, I mean, look, let's see. He's at the end here. He went double RB, the front, Genty Henry, Harrison, Hampton, Rice Odunze, Olave, Diggs, of course, Ayuk, and then Tyler Warren. Still needs a quarterback.
I mean, look, you only need to start. I mean, you're going to start. You're obviously going to start Genty, Henry, and Hampton every week. So you only need 2 of Harrison, Rice, Odunze, Olave, Diggs, Ayuk. You should be fine there. Warren, I am a little nervous for at tight end, but you could always pick up another tight end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Rashee Rice pick. It's fine, you know. I don't know where he would have gone. We really want him. You're obviously not scared there. I like the Odunze pick a lot. I think that makes up for it. So your receivers are going to be a little up and down, a little volatile, but that's not the worst thing either. Keaton Mitchell. Where did Keaton Mitchell come from? Did somebody take Keaton Mitchell?
No, but I mean, look, I still think Justice Hill is probably the number 2 back, but I think if Henry goes down, I mean, Mitchell's looking pretty good. Remember, this guy tore his ACL a couple of years ago, was trying to come back from injury. I think if Henry goes down, I mean, Mitchell's probably the guy you want because he's got that explosive playmaking ability, but I think it's probably going to be like a 50-50 committee. They might even go out and sign like some vet or something.
Well, yeah, if you know, the inconceivable happens and somehow Derrick Henry misses time, it's probably going to be like Justice Hill getting maybe 60% of the touches in the backfield, and Keaton Mitchell might get 30% and somebody else. But Keaton Mitchell is still the guy I would rather have in fantasy because he could do more with his 30% of touches than I think Justice Hill would do in his 60% touches, right? Because Justice Hill might be the more of the floor play because he'll catch some passes. But Keaton Mitchell could rip off, a 70-yard touchdown run, and I don't expect Justice Hill to do that too much. I am starting now in underdog to take some last round Keaton Mitchell. All right, we're going 13 rounds again. Okay. 13. Manny's on the clock, so we got 3 more. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, realistically, we're like, oh, if this guy gets hurt, then this is going to be the back. It's not usually just one guy who fills in because nobody is just straight up replacing, Jonathan Taylor or Saquon Barkley, whatever. It's a couple of guys. It's some sort of a committee or at least a timeshare, unless somebody breaks away and pulls away and wins that job outright. But happens a lot less than we'd like to think it does.
I'm wondering if did I mess up? Let me see.
On what?
No, it's 2. Because should only go 12 rounds.
Yeah, well, Will Shipley's probably not running for 2K. AJ Dillon, though, I don't know. Quadzilla still in the area. Well, it's showing 13. We'll go 13. That's no big deal.
Yeah, we'll go 13, but I'm wondering because it's one QB, 2 running backs. Yes, I'm doing finger math. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bench.
That's 12.
All right, let's see here. Go with the rookie. I don't see Rachaad White available. All right. I was going to say, I'm like, I don't see him.
Yeah, I was like, he's there. I might take him. I do need a running back. Do we draft handcuffs more in season or best ball, if at all? No, in best ball, I mean, yeah, actually, technically, I draft more handcuffs in best ball, but not the guy who they're handcuffed to, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'll draft Ray Davis, but not when I have James Cook.
Exactly. And so, since you mentioned it, and I know I'm not going to get sniped here, I actually am going to go Ray Davis, just in case. I'm going to check. I'm going to wait until all my slow drafts finish in the next who knows how many days. I'm going to check my exposure. I would have to guess, if I think about like my top 5 running backs that I have, just period, across all best ball drafts, Ray Davis has got to be top 5. Trey Benson's probably in there too. Maybe Dylan Sampson is in there. Blue. I'm starting to get more blue. I was taking Garendo, and now I regret that. But yeah, all those kind of handcuffs are definitely up there.
Yeah, I don't even know who the handcuff for the CMC is at this point. Every other running back behind him is hurt. That's what's going to happen this year. That's what's going to happen this year. Every 49ers running back is going to get hurt this year except CMC.
Ah, there you go. So it's reverse the curse kind of thing.
Yeah. And then next year, everybody who unconfidently was scared to draft him this year will confidently take CMC in the top 3 and get burned when he gets hurt. That's what my crystal ball says.
Yeah. There goes Sampson. Yeah. Talked him up.
Sampson's playing tonight, which still makes me very nervous. Because I don't think... I know Jerome Ford's not playing. He's going to be starting with Shedeur Sanders. And we know Shedeur Sanders is pretty low on the depth chart right now.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. But, some coaches are like, throw the rookies out there, throw them to the wolves. They'll figure it out later. I'm not going to read too much into all that. mean, Simpson's got to be the best running back I think they have.
You'd hope.
Yeah, I hope. Okay, let's see. I'm on deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could go either direction here. Wait, what round is it? It's round 12. Okay.
12. I'm curious what's going to happen here. Because technically we only have 12 roster spots. Yes, we have three IR spots, Clayton.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and take a guy I didn't get yesterday. There we go. All right, and then you are on the clock.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, okay. Like I know Mixon's got a foot thingy, but come on.
You're doing it?
Come on. We're taking handcuffs over Mixon right now?
Yes. Yes, we are. Stash. The stash. Nothing wrong with that.
I'll stash Mixon.
And do get 3 IR spots?
Yeah, I mean, like he's technically not on IR, but if he starts the season on IR, that's fine. I'll stick him on my IR spot.
Well, that would be good. You want him to go on IR so that you can stash and pick somebody else up. That's what the hope is. You don't want him to come back and rush, too early. I don't think your team is trash. You're simple. I mean, auto draft is not ideal, but let's see. Remember, not a buy-in for this league, so it didn't cost you anything.
I mean, you got Neighbors, Sun God Evans, Kenneth Walker, Travis Hunter. You're fine. Burrow and Njoku?
You kidding? Walker, Harvey, Paul. Yeah. Actually, I think
it's hard to have a trash team in a 10-teamer like this.
Yeah. No, but you did say that there are trades in this league, so we can start. If you don't like it, you don't like somebody, you can start wheeling and dealing.
Exactly. We'll get you added. We'll get you linked up to that team, and you can trade if you try to work out some trades or something if you want. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of interested to see what happens here.
The last 2 picks. It's shown the 13th, so I guess we'll see.
I'm hoping it just stops at 12 and maybe like it's showing 13 rounds, but it's going to stop at 12. We'll see here. Nope, it's going 13, so we'll see what happens because now we're all going to have an extra player apparently.
Yeah, it's going.
So we'll see what happens. All right, perfect. Thank you, Sing. Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Mary Jo. Welcome back, Mary Jo. She's saying it goes to the page, click to open on the top right. Android.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's Android right now. Although Clayton said it worked fine on his Android at this time. So I don't know. Monday night, we're gonna do some extensive testing on Android. And then if all goes well, we're gonna push out an update and it should be back in the Google Play Store. So just sit tight. We're hoping early next week.
Yeah. So just keep those leagues in mind. We'll go back and revisit it and we'll let you know. Right. We took the app down just to make sure it was fixed before having it available just for Android. Yeah. iPhone seems to work fine.
Yeah, we don't want people who never used it before going because people were saying they were even having trouble downloading the app from the App Store. And the App Store, I say the App Store, Google Play, the Android store, I guess. people like when we looked at it today, it said the last update was like in September like September of last year. So it's like, I don't know what they did over there at the Google Play Store, but it was supposed to be updated August 4th.
Well, I mean, that makes us wonder. I'm just guessing here. I wonder if they didn't put the new version up, you know what I mean? If it was submitted and they just have the old version there, they didn't put the new version because it was showing version 1, right? Wasn't it, or something like that? I don't know.
All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. I could pretty much do anything here except draft a QB or tight end. Some interesting running backs, but I don't think they're must drafts. Let's go with a potential breakout guy here. Might have to drop him anyways. We'll see.
Well, that's true. This might really be Mr. Irrelevant. All right. Nick Chubb. Got a Chubb truth.
Somebody's got to take Nick.
Okay, not me. So many tempting choices. You know what? Maybe I'll take a second tight end. What about that?
Ooh.
I mean, none of these guys, I don't think, are getting snatched up off waivers week 1. Najee, do I just stash Najee? It'd be boring. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to some extent, Clayton, he's like, why not just wait till the last round for a quarterback? We talk about that all the time. You surely can. I don't know who's available. I didn't look at quarterback, but
there's a lot of, Caleb, Justin Fields, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Stroud, Jordan Love. I mean, there's plenty of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Plenty of quarterbacks here.
Well, especially the 10-teamer, you know you're still getting a pretty good quarterback. The time, what's up, Royland? Is it time to trade to get Braylon Allen in Dynasty? I think so. I think you could probably get him pretty cheap. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't know if I want to give up like a second-round pick for him, but
no, heck no. If I can get, but see that's the other thing. You're probably not going to get Braylon for a third because Braylon's getting a lot of steam right now, right? People know, like, hey, he might be the David Montgomery in this offense, right? It might be a split. Like, I don't want to give up my second round pick for Braylon Allen because it's like, well, what if he's not? You know what I mean? And then you give your second round pick for nothing. But at the same time, I can't imagine the person with Braylon Allen is like, yeah, I'll just take your third round pick. All right, let's see here. I want to just look at my roster.
So that was Community League number 2. The inaugural draft was last night. If you anybody here missed it, I think most of you guys were on here watching, but we're going to set our lineups. This is a real league. It's not just a mock, so we're not going to go through all of them.
Yeah, I want to see how many people we have on the bench here. Yeah, see, it's giving us a 6-man bench. So it looks like it ignored that we were only supposed to have a 5-man bench. So I guess we're rolling with a 6-man bench this year, which is fine.
Nothing wrong with
that. Something I'll have to send to our developer, like, hey, it should have been.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is the fun part where we get to do the boost, the bust, the swaps. Well, you can't do the bust or the swaps yet because the games haven't started. By the way, I didn't clarify last night because my wife, after the stream, she's like, that's kind of unfair that you can just swap out any players you want during the game. I was like, okay, hold on. First of all, I thought it should have only been in the first quarter, but we said, okay, fine. Let the league have the choice of doing it anytime during the game, which I do think is kind of unfair if you make it the fourth quarter and you already know how many points everybody scored pretty much. That seems a little unfair. But also, you only get one swap a week. It's not like you can swap out every guy in your lineup. You only get one. You got to, so you got to choose it wisely. Got to choose it wisely.
There you go. For those interested, got CMC as my boost. We can work out deals. Hey, send me some offers. There you go. You see my team.
Clayton, what's Ayuk's status?
Yeah, I don't think is Ayuk technically listed as IR, so you might not be able to put him there because, like down here, if you can see, I got Godwin and it shows him as pup, and Najee's on the non-injury related.
Yeah, we should probably. Let me see. Yeah, because it's probably looking specifically for IR players, like players that are just on IR. So probably need to add that players that are on non or pup should also be able to put in the IR slot. Don't worry, we'll get that in the next update.
Yeah, but also like when you get to the actual season, the certain players they will move to IR. They're not putting anybody in IR yet because they don't have to because the season isn't here yet. So it'll change. We still got a couple of weeks. All right, draft 2 in the books. No other issues. I don't think it went pretty smooth.
Yes.
And for you guys to know, so if you want to look, let's say you are already having some buyer's remorse, you have regrets, go to the players right here, little player tab, and you can see, you can search and you can filter with certain players. If you're like, hey, this is the time to stash Quinshon Judkins, go for it. Make your waiver claims now. We're not going to go through all that now because we were walking through it yesterday, and just want to make sure you knew that. And then,
all right, guys, we'll do this again on Sunday. So get ready.
There it is. All right. So in just a couple weeks, we're going to see these matchups, see how it turns out. But guess what? We're going to do a lot more of these drafts, as we mentioned, on the Apple App Store. Seems to be 100%, no issues, at least no big issues. Download it, join those leagues. Android, working on it, should be back soon. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be full go, and that list is going to be all up until week 1 starts. We got drafts going every single day almost starting next week. So join some leagues if you can, and just show up at the time and draft. And Gersa Helpall and everybody else will get you figured out. If you have questions, we're going to go to the Discord, go to the Draft Lane support channel, and just tell us what your issues are, and we're going to work on them. All right. I think that's it, right? We're good?
I think we're good. Appreciate you guys. It's going to be a fun season.
All right. And we'll see them again on Sunday night.